I believe, yes. Yes, we are connected again. Please carry on. I'm so sorry. Somehow we got disconnected by you. And let me tell you that there are also musicians from Iran who have joined in. Uh, Namaskar. So yes, Bayo, you please continue with. Can you hear me? Uh, I must welcome to all my viewers here, and we are so grateful that all of you have joined in. Saimir, can you hear me? Hello, Saimir. Hello, Saimir.
So where we were?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. So we was talking about. You hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I think that it's about one thing is that when you are doing art, any kind of art, you need
Yeah.
not you don't know, not need only just the craft, because the craft you can learn and you can practice, but you need also to have a sensibility, to have intuition,
Yeah.
to know how to communicate with people, because I think every art is a way of communication. Sometimes
Exactly.
individual, sometimes is hello.
Yes, yes. We can hear you, please.
I I I don't see you. But, okay. Hello.
Uh, yes, we can see you and hear you.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
see
So
me?
sometimes, yeah, now yes. So basically, I think that one part is the, let's say, the craft, the knowledge, that you know how to play music or how to do the, to do the certain thing. I don't know, to be cameraman or to be director, etc., etc. But the other thing is to have strong intuition and
Yes.
sensibility, and also to be able to have a good communication with different people from different backgrounds and cultures, and even you are from the same profession, it's very necessary to listen, to have the capacity to listen also the other suggestion, and to, because this is a collective work. It's not that you are the first and the others are just working for you. No, I think we are all very important for what we do. In the moment that people see that you are passionate and that you believe in your story and you are working very hard and you are giving all the energy that you have and the knowledge that you know, and being humble and being really nice to people and communicating, but also being also sometimes very straight and very hard, because you want to take care of the vision. You don't want
Mhm.
to lose your vision. When you are making a film, you, like a director, you have the ability, let's say, you have the ability to work with so many people together, which have other backgrounds, other culture, other. It's a fight. It's not easy thing. It's like in a battle. but you, when the people that you are working with, independently where they come from and what is their background, cultural or not, when they see that you are serious, you are very passionate about what you do, and you are hardworking, and you are motivating all the crew, all the team, they feel you. They, when they see this, they will gonna do the best of what they know for this project, because it's
Yeah.
not about the position. You have a position, and then is this hierarchy that must be respected. And of course, the hierarchy is important, but it is not there like a formal thing. It is because you need to give, let's say, a motivation to each member of your crew, and you need to communicate with with them,
Yes, sir.
and in that
That's where
sense,
you become family. Yes, yes.
yeah,
That way you are one big family and you work with this family. So one more thing I'd like to, uh, thing wanted to know that personally, migration, if it is one sense of loss within for one particular individual. So, and you mentioned that you personally uh, think yourself isolated whenever even you are in your own country now. After so many years of staying in other countries and working from other countries, you even feel kind of isolated in your own country also, psychologically, if not physically. Don't you think that sense of loss or a sense of somehow loneliness or sadness within can enhance your power of expression or kind of thoughtfulness we all have, every artist has, or the kind of deep within the kind of power of holding things, so it increases somehow. Do you think so? If we feel isolated, the
I
kind
don't
of concentration is it?
I don't think that it's isolation. I think it's the sense of perfectionism and the sense of doubt. Every artist, even the
Okay.
best of it, always have this,
Yeah.
let's say, vision, but also have it put also in question non-stop. Also, artists when start to be too hello. Hello.
Yeah.
So I think it's a question in the moment. I will then finish it in one phrase. In a moment, an artist uh, think that knows everything or is best, in that moment that artist is dead. It's a mediocrity, because I think that each of the artists, of course, have a strong vision or talent that it carries on and want to go more and more in the perfection of the art. But every artist, every real artist, also have make questions, also have doubts. We all have doubts, not doubts about what we do, but it's every project. For example, every film is different. Every project is specific. It means that even you can feel comfortable in your art or what you know or in your knowledge and talent and experience, but you, like an intellectual, like a person with a high sensibility and intuition, and combined with the knowledge and craft, you have
Yeah.
to doubt. You have not to doubt about your work, but you have to make questions. Is that the right thing that I'm doing? Is this, because of course I don't give I don't, if I am not sure about something, of course I will not tell that to my crew during the
True.
shoot, because it will be a disaster. But every moment or every second, me like a person, like an intellectual, like an artist, I have questions to put on what I do.
Mhm.
Why? Because I want to arrive to the perfection. Every artist with his
Yeah.
art is in one side very humble, sometimes, not everyone, but let's say the majority, with the real artists are humble, but they also are perfectionists. So there is a contradiction. If you are perfectionist, it means that you have to be sometimes very tough to carry that idea or that vision. And the doubt, is with us. It's not a question of isolation. For example, when I go back to Albania, I don't feel isolated at all. On the contrary, I am around the too much people, and I like it. But
He-
inside me, I think
Yes, you are very right. You are very
I
yes,
feel
and
not isolated. You know, I feel
yeah,
that I
kind.
am different, or my
Yes,
story is different than my culture. It means that you know
true, true,
uh,
true.
it's not that you
Isolation. Yeah, I
isolate.
really exactly meant that the kind of alienation, the kind of difference you have. So, of course, that isolation is not actually the actual isolation or the practical isolation. And in this regard, I must admit what uh, Mustafa Ahmadiji said. Yes, that is the energy, pure energy of art that can bind us. I do agree with you, and that actually I was trying to say that through our art forms, through the pure energy, we can perhaps touch the soul directly, whoever it is there, uh, whatever be our languages, whatever be our identity, otherwise, whichever be our country, we somehow can communicate directly, uh, spiritually or aesthetically or emotionally. Or the thing is, somehow within we are connected. And this is the power of art, that it doesn't matter whatever differences we have, it can bind us. So that's why I was just saying to Saimir, because I really feel amazed when I think about, as because I had the opportunity to talk to you in person, I could know about your area of activity, so many countries you activity in terms of your art, and so many languages, and what I particularly could feel. I had a very rare, very few opportunities to experience your films, but I have seen few shorts, and I must say they are splendid. And somehow I could think, as because myself I am one musician, I could feel the essence of music with you. The kind of thread you use to tell your stories. It is so enigmatic and so powerful in terms of expression that I personally felt musical. So that's what I wanted to know. Is apart from music as such, do the sense of music or the sense of musicality somehow help you doing films or making films, or making the dialect, creating the dialect for your films?
Yes, definitely. The music, I think, is the first element which brings me to the emotion, to the story. It means that all this education that I have it in music, with violin and like music in general, it has an amazing big influence on what I do. and not only what I do, but who I am, and how I am like a person, or and
Yeah.
like an artist. Because one thing that the music give universally is the emotion, is the sensibility, it's the art in the perfect shape, let's say, and the music is a drive. It's a drive not only, for example, in the film, for example, the music, feeling the music. When you feel the music, you can create a certain picture. You know, you can start with the music, and the music like an element which can inspire you to come to the visual side. Can be the contrary for some people which doesn't have that, maybe can be something else. But for me, the music is what brings me to the person that I am now, and the music is also the first and the unique thing which bring me to the film, like art. Because I can't imagine myself if I didn't start to play violin or study music and be around this atmosphere. Because it's not necessary
Yeah.
to be the best violinist or to be the
Mhm.
best musician. Important is to get the let's say the education or the background or the atmosphere of the
Yeah.
music. Because in the moment that you are living around the art, if it's music, if it's painting, if it's sculpture, if it's theater, if it's something else, yeah, or photography, being, I think I think all these elements, all these tools, if we can call them tools, drive you drive you to what you are like a person, but also like an artist. It means, in my specific, I feel that it's the music, which is it was my first love, and the music brings me to the visual world, to the storytelling. So
Yeah.
basically, it's the same thing, but it is transformed into the picture, into drama, dramaturgy, or into something more visual. But all is emotion. All is about the feeling. So I am lucky, as I say you, thanks to my father, which was a great scientist and a great person and a great humanist, uh, which bring us three brothers to go to study in the music school when we was like 6 years old, and in a country, in a town where the music was not considered, especially the classical music that we play, or the music was not considered something that it is like a profession, because they see music just like entertainment after in the wedding or after some good lunch, but they didn't see it that you they see profession like, I don't know, doctor or lawyer or something else, or man of the
Yes.
party, to be profession. So I think that I was lucky that I grew up in such an ambient at home, because it's very important, like the atmosphere at home, and the school and the music. So the music basically it helps me not only in film, it helps me in life. For example, uh, every day is a different. So every day I listen different music, and that inspires me for new stories. Or the music gives me some element which I can play better the scenes of the film. The music is something, let's say, which is universal. You can hear it anywhere, and as I said before, it doesn't have any
Yes.
barrier. And music also, it mix the cultures, and you can come from music from antiquity, from the antique Greek, and you can come to India, you can come to America, you come to China, you can come to Czech, you can come everywhere. So this fusion of the culture in the music, it is something which enrich our soul. So I think that I don't separate myself like a person or like an artist. It's me. I feel the music, and that music bring me somehow to other things like my being sensible, uh, uh, also trying to be perfectionist with another media, which is film, and which include other arts together. But basically, if you don't have that sensibility of the music or that emotion, because everything is about emotion. I even teach to my students. For example, I tell them one thing because sometimes they forget that they think that when they know they learn the craft, which is important, is very important. Let's say the technique and etc. etc. But sometimes I think that what makes a successful artist, it's not just the fact that he or she know what to do this or that. It is the fact that that you bring something new, and to bring something new in the music or in the painting or in the film or in every kind of art, you have to bring, you have to be a strong personality, and you have to have a specific approach to your art, which is different from the other, which make that art original, and that people can recognize this is this director or this is this musician, because so there are so many people which know how to play music or how to make films. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands, but who change the, let's say, the word or bring something new, are the ones which bring something which is so personal, which is there, that we can recognize, but which also speak universally and doesn't go to this mainstream crap, I call it. Let's say we need artists which broke the rules. Of course, in the filmmaking, there is certain rules of making, which is good to know that. But if you remain only to the rules, we will never have this evolution of music or film or literature. So we need strong individuals which know the craft, which have talent, which have sensibility and knowledge and message, strong message to say with their art. But we need somebody which broke also sometimes the rules to create other new rules. It means, yeah, for example, dogma. Yeah, there was like, yeah, if, for example, before to have some like shots which was like out of focus or not stable was a mistake. But when you use this like a language of film and with purpose and with because it serves to the story, it serves to tell in a revolutionary way and a new way this film or this media, then it creates a new language. So music or film or any art has its own language, but the best language is the original voice, which of course it's not 100% original, because we take from the past, and we steal. I mean, in a good sense, we steal from Homer, and we go to the avant-garde. We can. So I think we base uh, you know uh, our our story or our personal story or sensibility, let's say, like artists, with all the knowledge that we have learned, and we are using that, but not like a copy paste, but like a good background, like a good knowledge. It's like a painter. A painter, if doesn't know the anatomy of the body, it will be difficult to be a Picasso. You know, we have to start with a classical, you know, way of learning or teaching, and then we have to find our own. So first we learn the craft, but then after, when we know this craft, we can use this craft to bring something new, and a new language, and a fresh and innovative story, or medium, uh, to inspire the others. Because why you have to look, for example, a film that is already made done hundreds of times? You are interested to see something new, challenging, revolutionary, which inspire you, which involve you emotionally and visually and dramaturgically, etc., etc. So I think I have this theory that every artist, it's a laboratory in itself. Of course, we get influenced by each of the artists, but each of the artists, in fact, can do just their own thing. I think it's wrong when somebody take a copy paste of, I don't know, somebody look Spielberg, and then after the next day would like to be like Spielberg. Of course it will fail, because that is not Spielberg. It's not because not only of the technology, money, resources, teams, etc., etc., but it's also about being that person. I, for example, like very much Federico Fellini. I mean, I like very much many big directors, artists all over the world. Of course, I have some directors or filmmakers which inspire me till today, and I look their films over and over, and I show that to my students, and this is a great reference. But I can't be Fellini. I have to be. I have to recognize certain elements on Fellini, for example, learn it,
Yeah.
but not copy. I have to make my own stuff, because if you don't make your own original story or art, then you don't bring nothing to the people or to the media. So you are one of the. So I think that it's very important, especially for the young artists. Is very important, not only that they can, let's say, study, experiment, make mistakes, because it's normal, you have to learn, but it's important to find your own identity in art, not only the identity like a person,
Exactly.
but you have to find your talent. You have to recognize where is your most strong part in your art, and invest on
Yeah.
this part as much as possible, and try to do something, and risk. It's important also to risk, because I think that nobody which have succeed something in life or in art or other profession always have the guts, let's say, to not only to uh, try, but also to go against the mainstream or the wall, or to bring something new, to break that wall which is created also in art, or some manierism. So it's a fight. It's a fight. It's an individual fight, let's say, in the sense that you want to make something which is really strong, emotional, beautiful, perfect, let's say. Even the perfectionism is something, is like, it's not absolute.
Yeah.
But in the other sense, it's not only individual, it's also with a generation, because each of the generation have its own big artist. So I think it's very important to find, let's say, or to recognize, of course, with time, with experience, also with doing mistakes, because that is part of the learning process, to
Yes,
recognize
absolutely.
what is what is your strongest part, and this part to use it as best as possible, and hopefully, if your art will be, let's say, loved by others, then you are the lucky one which could have an impact on the other. But I am sure that even your art, let's say my art, don't have a millions impact. For me, it doesn't matter. For me, if my film or what I do, it can change one person or it can influence one person, I am happy. I don't have this megalomanistic way that, well, I want to be like Spielberg, that millions would watch. Of course, I would like also. I'm honest. But let's say in the moment that if I do a film and with my film, with my message, with the message of the film, I
Okay.
can put some questions. I can provoke some emotions, and I can make some demands to the viewer. It doesn't matter if he's a kid or is an old person or is an intellectual or a peasant. I don't mind, but if it gives to them some
Yeah.
emotion and
Mhm.
some message, some strong message, because it's about message. What is the message that you want to share with the others? And in the
True.
moment that I have that there is one person that like or identify or emotionally is attached to this little piece that I do, I am very happy because this film or this art or this effort or work, hard work, or these years have been work because I can see that what I do, even is not the best of the best in the world, but it has meaning. It has meaning for me, and it has
That
meaning for somebody else.
exactly. You said, one more important thing, very important thing. That is the personality of the artist is reflected or transmitted to his or her audience or viewer or whatever. The thing is, uh, this is, I mean, that is why one artist is needed to be one good human first. And Saimir, uh, in this regard, I just wish to say that you are one wonderful person yourself. That's why you can talk like this. You can emanate the kind of goodness. You can emanate the kind of positivity. That is the power of art, actually, and that's the thing that actually we are aiming at. The kind of power art and the artist, uh, the humans for that matter, can have. We can mind ourselves with this part of art, with this language of art. And I do thank you, for giving us so much of time and saying all these important and very positive things to us, to all of our viewers. And we are looking forward to talk to you very soon, one more time, to know a lot again, in terms of your art, in terms of your philosophy, and in terms of your thought behind your cinema. And for now, uh, from Indas and from all of us viewers, I must say thank you to you. And you just keep on doing all these good things for us. You just keep on making those wonderful films. those poetic and musical films. I'm really in love with your art form and the kind of cinema you do. And for now, I just say that good night to you from Kolkata and from India. And we are looking forward such kind of wonderful session again. And thank you for all these messages, all these positive vibes. And thank you all of our audiences and viewers. Good night. Namaskar.
Thank you, Somali, for all your great words. I hope I
This is
deserve it. Thank you. Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
much.
Bye. Thank you.